Conditioning is our main problem. We talk and read and listen about everything, but we don't experiment. We should experiment. A seeker should become a experimental laboratory. All the time he is experimenting things, changing things. We are too much conditioned. Some conditioning is okay, a little bit. But go on watching, observing. The path of a seeker is self-study, self-observation, self-knowledge, and ultimately self-realization. Study yourself, but we study others, isn't it? That is the trick we play with ourselves, of course. All the time we are judging, comparing, watching, observing others. And in this way we become slave of others. Then we start pretending ourselves as other wants us. If somebody comes and tells Swamiji, you are very beautiful, I am very happy. If somebody comes and tells me, Swamiji, you are very bad, then I am very sad. I am not my own. And you go on changing your opinions all the time. If I am according to your expectation, then I am beautiful. Otherwise not. Start from this only. How to break one's own conditions. You are very, very badly conditioned. Very, very badly. And this is the major problem for a meditator. We have no self-study, no self-knowledge, no self-observation, and ultimately we are seeking self-realization. Self-realization is not going to happen just doing Kundalini or dynamic or listening to mantras or whatsoever. Many more things have to be done, one by one. If you are really serious in this, that seriousness I will take care of. I want you to be serious in this. Actually, the word serious I don't like. Sincere is much better word. But it depends on you, not on me. We have conditioning for food, conditioning for staying, so many things. As I look at people, we are nothing but conditioned. There is no person at all. Just conditioning. Different sort. And we have strong justifications about that. We are totally convinced by our own ideas, own beliefs, own thoughts. Even you can become a Buddha and remain conditioned as before, like anything. If you go on meditating, and if you are sincere in your meditation, you can become a Buddha. But you will be a stupid Buddha, remind you. A silly Buddha, unlikable, lopsided. A Buddha should be a Buddha. Look at your master. Who is your master? He is behind me, in front of you. I kept him in front of me all the time for 21 years. Did my best very sincerely. That is what I share with you. And we come here to understand ourselves, for self-study, for self-observation. But soon, within 1 or 2 days, we take everything for granted and starts doing our own things as before. Within 2 days, everything starts changing. Ask questions, simple questions about this. Now this is a question. What is femininity? And masculinity on a personality level, emotional level, seeker level and soul level. हो जाए. This type of question will not help. Ask a question, and that too not to me. Will be much better if you ask yourself, who am I? Femininity or masculinity, you are not. You identify with it. And you are asking same question. Identification will remain at the same place. We are here to understand what is identification, how it happens, how to break it, how to get disidentified and realize our true nature. What is the need to realize your true nature? If you don't realize your true nature, your suffering will continue. And if the suffering continues after state of presence and after absolute state, what is the need to be present, to have a state of present and absolute state? Those who have realized really, they say, my true nature is happiness, not suffering. If suffering remains after knowing one's true nature, then what is the need? Then only need remains one thing, to show the world that I am enlightened. For what do you want to show the world that you are enlightened? If you are enlightened, that's all. She is a woman and she is a man. He is a man. You like she? He. He is a man. No, there is need to prove that I am a man. Do you need any witness? Any recognition? Any support? Somebody comes and tells you that you are a man, or to you that you are a woman. You know you are a woman, he knows he is a man. This much is enough, isn't it? You are satisfied and you know. You does not remind to yourself all the time that I am a man, I am a man, I am a man. Do you remind yourself? You know. Actually, you are not woman and you are not man. That is the structure of the body. And you are not the body. Remember this again and again. Try to do it 21 times at least a day. And when you ready to sleep, count how many times you remembered. Just count. You are sitting with friends and chatting or laughing loudly, and you are not aware whether anybody is sleeping or reading or sick. But you are just laughing loudly. That is how you are going to be aware. We talk so loudly. We laugh so loudly. You can laugh, you can talk. But why you are here then? If you have to remain unconscious as you are, then why you have paid $1,000 here? If you have a lot of money, give it to me, I will take it, no problem. This kind of awareness is needed. We are here for some purpose, not for entertainment. I'm not saying don't laugh. I am not saying don't talk. I'm not saying that. Don't misunderstand. Do experiment. Just a simple experiment and you will understand my point. You have a normal way of laughing, a normal way of talking and doing other things also. Okay, let us say talking. When you talk to someone, I am saying to everybody, just remember that you have to keep the volume little down. Just little down. Whatsoever your volume is. Or even whatsoever your normal volume is, just remember that you have to keep the volume little up. And for both, you need awareness. Ho jaye? You understand my point? Prem Bharti ji is my friend. He comes to me. He speaks in his full volume. Normal. His volume is, whatsoever his volume is, I immediately tell him little. Ajay comes. He has his own volume. For me it is too loud. For him it is normal. So when he starts talking to me, I will tell him, please, little. He does not mind. Immediately he becomes aware. No, very small thing. And he becomes aware. To do little things, you need awareness. And you are on the path of awareness. That ultimately awareness remains and everything else disappears. Unconsciousness disappears. For this, you don't need to do 40 days dynamic or 40 days Kundalini. Just this much. Check when you're laughing. Check when you are talking. Check. This is called self-observation. Watch yourself. Don't just carry it away and go on, ha 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 ha, like a Ravan is laughing. Ho jaye. When I say ho jaye, then you can laugh. Then you hold yourself. Why you hold yourself? You don't like me. Ho jaye. No, it has not yet happened. You have become serious. Because I have to tell you so many serious things, that is why I keep you laughing. Ho jaye? Otherwise, you will become more serious. Then there will be more gas in you. At the end, it is will be coming to me. So I keep on releasing it. Ho jaye. Then you are coming from there. So you can laugh now. Here you are allowed to laugh. But be aware that nobody should get disturbed. You are using your freedom, use it. Use it. But use it very intelligently. Because other people have their own freedom also. If Ado is sleeping and you are just laughing loudly, he will get disturbed, isn't it? So please don't do that. And remember that whatsoever you do in awareness. Even while eating, you can experiment how to be aware while eating. Eat very slowly. Take something in, whatsoever you are eating. For a moment, close your eyes and bring your total awareness there. To the taste, to the tongue. Watch it. Remember it. Keep the remembrance. See what is happening here. Slowly, you will start growing in awareness. Do it in each case. Do it in each case. One should ask this kind of questions. How to increase the level of awareness, of consciousness? How to go on creating state of presence? A mindfulness. For a seeker, it is a must. Otherwise, on the one hand, you are doing something right, and on the other hand, you are destroying it, spoiling it. And slowly, we are here for 40 days. 10 days will be different, other days will be different. It is not going to the same thing. I have not disclosed that. That is a different thing. I have disclosed what we are doing for 10 days only. I will make you really serious. So, you can have your quota of laughing. Ho jaye? I may not allow you to laugh after 10 days. And many more things. You cannot talk also. But who knows? It depends on me. If you show me the right signs, then I may allow you. Otherwise, the backside is I am in silence. So that will come in the front. Just now, by mistake, it comes in the front. Then you have to keep it properly all the time so that nobody can disturb you. And because you are keeping I am in silence, you cannot talk. Simple. What is femininity? Suppose I explain you. How much explanation you want? 600 pages? 500 pages? There are books you can read. What is masculinity? You are a woman, you are feminine. He is a man, he is a masculine. Maybe degreeically, little less or little more. A man is a man, maybe 51 degree, and he is 82 degree, and he is 93 degree. This much can be the difference. You are a woman. Every man, woman is mixed up. Something masculine, something feminine. Both. In woman, in man. But what is the need to know on a personality level? You are not the personality also. Personality you need. See, if you go into the Navy, you need a different personality. If you are a teacher, you need a different personality. If you are a musician, you have a different personality. Now, if I am a guru, you know, I come like a guru. Isn't it? I should look like at least little bit of it. So that you can have trust me and ready to listen. Otherwise, you won't listen. If you are a musician, you grow long hair, see. This is all part of the game. Play the game. Don't get caught. Play the game. Does not matter. This is all game. It is a kind of business, you know. But when you are ready to meet yourself and when you are in inner journey, Swami Prem Chaitanya Ji is thinking, if you look at him, now he is income tax commissioner. So he looks like income tax commissioner. That is personality. Personality is a different thing, is needed. If one is a musician, he should have a personality of a musician. So people sing, are happy that they are going to have a great concert. Personality is needed to relate to people, to function in the world, isn't it? Feminine or masculine, you are. That is the nature of the body. If there are more hormones, maybe female hormones, then you are more feminine. If the hormone proportion is not right, then less feminine. Same way masculine. But all these level, you should forget Sakshi. Don't be serious about these things. Ask who you are. And in this lifetime, especially you are given a very great chance to transcend all these things. When you met first time to me, I told you this, that this is going to be your direction. And that is why you were brought to me. Because I had a message for you. Now it is up to you whether you take it or not. I am reminding you again that you are not the body. Just remember this. Promise to yourself that for 21 days, at least you will remember this much, that you are not the body, and see the result. Do it. Very simple experiment. For 21 days, 21 times, you have to shake your head, close your eyes, and just feel, tell to yourself, I am not the body. And see the difference. Simple experiment. Ask a question relating to your sadhana, your practice, your spirituality, your path. Anything else? Yeah. Where is that? There.
Swamiji, whenever I hear the music of Nusrat Fateh Ali.
Pardon?
Whenever I hear the music of Nusrat Fateh Ali in the evening, even if I try really hard to enjoy, I start to feel sad, heavy. I get a pain in my solar plexus.
Good, very good, very good.
Is this conditioning, or what am I running away from?
It can be many things. It can be many things. But I will take care. Don't worry. I will take care. Don't worry being sad. Just be sad. Nothing is wrong being sad. Nothing is wrong. We are conditioned in such a way that in any state in which we are, we want to escape from it. We don't accept it. We fight with it. We want to be otherwise. We want to have that which we don't have. What we have, we never appreciate, whether good, whether bad. A person came to me. He's young guy, first time here, that sometimes he feels happy. And then he starts asking question why I am happy. Something is wrong with me. I should be sad. Ho jaye. That is how mind is. Never accepts anything. If I am happy, I start doubting why I am happy. We are conditioned in such a way. But here you are sent. Here you are brought. Don't think that you have come. Ho jaye. To give you, to deliver to you new message for your further journey. I am saying accept your sadness. I am watching you every day. I am not at all different. I am not paying attention to this or that and not to you. My attention is unfocused. It is available to all. But if you are not there to receive, then the delivery goes back. And I am seeing you sad. And I am allowing you to be sad. Live sadness fully and totally. Don't escape. Maybe if you go deep in your sadness and you meet God, God is everything. Where God is not, what God is not, there is only God. Sufis say there is no God but God. If there is no God but God, then sadness is also God. So maybe He has come to you in the form of sadness. Accept it totally. Don't run away. Nothing is wrong. And I tell you, Tanmayo, nothing stays. Everything goes unchanging. Everything goes unchanging. Now when you came so serious, now where is that seriousness? Maybe it is still there, but degreeically it is less. It means it is changing. Simple, isn't it? Change is the very law of the world, of the universe. If happiness cannot stay, how sadness can stay? And how long? How long? Don't let your mind interpret anything and interrupt that sadness. Sadness even better than the happiness. In sadness you are composed, you are calm, you are serene, you are deep. When you are happy, you are just shallow. Isn't it? Happiness has a shallowness, but seriousness has a depth in it. I was very serious. That is why, see the depth. Still I will say don't be serious. I don't teach seriousness. But if you are sometime, by hook or crook, the situation is like that, don't run away, don't escape from it. Welcome like a guest. Shake hand with your sadness. Ask your sadness what you would like to have, tea or coffee or a cold drink. Learn this attitude. I'm not joking. I am not at all joking. Ask Yogini or Gyandev or Ajay. I am sometimes serious, sometimes very sad. When I am sad, I am just sad, that's all. Even if body comes, immediately you people have the art how to change the face. Immediately you have big smile. Inside you are weeping, you are sad, but somebody comes and he is a disciple and you are a guru, and guru must be like this and he should not show. He should hide. Immediately there is a big smile. No. I am lucky in this way. Really, really lucky. I am what I am. I don't bother who has come. If there is no smile, there is no smile. In the beginning, people who don't understand me will be hurt. And slowly they come to know that I don't do anything intentionally. That is the way how I am. They start accepting me. Gyandev and Dhyandev and few others used to say that when we come to you, you don't welcome us. Even Sukhdev, ex-Ras Khan, you know, all the gods have many names. Why can't we have 4 or 5 names at least? Each one of us. His name is basically Ras Khan, sannyas name. But he gives sukh to everybody. Sukh means happiness, comfort, take care, smiling all the time. Very nice guy. Very pleasing. So suddenly I am Sukhdev. Though to many he is Dukhdev. To many he is Dukhdev. But who can give Sukh also is going to give some Dukh also. Does not matter. What I want to say is only this much. Be. Just be. Learn be. Being in whatsoever state you are in. Sadness is also divine as happiness. When you learn to accept the both, you transcend the both. If you go on accepting one thing, happiness, and rejecting the second thing, sadness, you cannot transcend. You will always in trouble. You cannot harmonize. Don't even try. When you are happy, just be happy, but aware. Remember this. That is a different dimension. When you are happy but totally unconscious. That is the problem. You understand? Even when you become sad, you become unconscious. There is no need. Sadness has a quality of awareness. Being more alert and aware. You can use it when you are sad. You are more attentive. Use it positively. And it goes very fast. The awareness comes as a peak. In happiness, you are just flat basically. Your happiness has no depth in it. But when you are sad, it still has its depth. It is condensed. It is powerful. Just learn when you are sad not to be negative. How to remain positive when you are sad. Generally, when you are sad, you are a negative. You are condemning, you are complaining, you are putting the caps on the other head. You are responsible. You are in the first level of consciousness. Grow little more. Then you will see we are responsible. Grow little more. Then you will see I am responsible. When you see I am responsible, it does not mean that you should feel guilty or you condemn yourself. There is no need. Condemning other or oneself is the same thing. If you are powerful, you will condemn the other. If you are masochist, if you are weak, if you are sadist, you will start condemning, feeling guilty yourself. No, don't do that. Just see that I am responsible and start looking where is the fault. What is missing? What is needed to be done? Do that. And go a little more deep and you will see everything is just happening. It is not in your hand to be happy or to be sad. You will see this. This is like a season. Now cloud come, they come their own. Sometimes there are unseasonal cloud, unseasonal rain also. There is no reason. Now in December and January there is no rain in the Goa, but sometime it is there. What to do? Then you will start seeing that these all moods are happening. When you start seeing that these moods happen, you don't identify. You don't say, I am sad. You will say, there is sadness. That will be the gesture. There is sadness. There is happiness. You are witnessing. You are apart. You are just watching. In the fourth level of consciousness, you just become a silent watcher. And if you really go deep into it and reach the fifth level, there you realize that nothing has ever happened. Nothing. You are not caught by your memory. Not at all. Your memory is totally silent there. Not that you cannot use your memory, you are totally capable to remember anything you want. You have your memory intact like you have purse in your hand. But it is not disturbing you, not at all. You are you. It is sitting there silently. When you want any kind of service from the mind, from your memory, it is ready. Yes, sir. What you want? Like this. Ho jaye? Yeah. Yeah, pass it.
Swamiji, as I entered in this campus the first day, I just remembered one of my summer camps in my childhood. We used to go to our Nani's place, and it is in coastal Karnataka. It is exactly like this. So I felt so good, and all the memories started coming to me. Then I noticed that my inner child also coming out, the little Anandita inside always there, and she's more outside now, and she's all the time hanging around with Sakshi, or like sometimes with Shikha, like Bola. I wonder sometimes what I'm doing. I'm doing something I never do, this kind of playing around with them and all. But I noticed in this kind of my action, I forget also myself, that I'm grown up also in my body. And this clash sometimes happens with them also, because I relate to them sometimes as a little Anandita, but when they act, I am not there to receive as child Anandita, but I am a grown up one. So I react also. So one of these kind of clashes, I just realized maybe I should be more available, more aware when I'm whatever I'm doing.
No, you be like a child.
Yeah.
You just be like a child and forget that you have a so big body. That is what I am saying. You are not the body. Live your childhood. If by chance, by luck, by the grace of the God or whomsoever, you have become child, be like child. People are unconscious. And when I am saying people are unconscious, it does not mean that you are fully conscious. It does not mean. Means we are also included in that. They have their pattern, their conditioning. They are going to do what they can do. What is going to happen, so happen. Make each moment a chance to grow, to meditate, to be aware, to forget others' mistake. Be light. But sometime if you feel that you are this, then do whatever you like. That too is fine. That too is fine. But if it has the quality of awareness also, then it is really fine. Then it is totally allowed. The act, what happens through you, if he has no opposite, that is the right action. If you do something and then repent and then say sorry, it means the act was not right. And maybe if you become more cunning and shrewd, you do something and then even don't say sorry. It does not mean that the act was right. Even that feeling arises that you have done something wrong, then better to say sorry. It is better to say. But if you don't have the opposite of it, then it is all right. Does not matter. No problem. Do you need chair? Don't be shy, my dear. Yeah. Next time, lie down, no problem. I saw suddenly where Chaman disappeared. Hanji, something? Yeah.
One of my personal observations I have observed with others also is that there is a certain pattern with me. Like I face an issue and I deal with it. There are a lot of insecurities, fear, but somehow I deal with it. When I come out of it, I say, okay, this is how, okay, now this issue is gone in my life because I've learned the lesson. But in some other form, it comes up again. And though I feel now I'm equipped to deal with it, it just throws me off the center. I mean, I come back again and still in a lesser degree, it may reappear in some other form with some other people, some other situation. So why does this happen? Because in spite of the fact that, I mean, in different degrees...
So why they come again and again? They should not come. Okay, I will tell them. But they are not going to listen to me also. It is their nature to come again and again. Let them follow their own nature, you follow your own nature. Learn how to protect yourself. You cannot stop anybody. Now here is a road. Traffic is passing, so it is passing. You cannot stop it. But that is what we want to do all the time. We want things in our way, in our style. Not possible. Not at all possible. You have to learn the art how to remain protected from all these things, that's all. When you become a Buddha, problem does not disappear. But you are no more in the problems. Just now, problem overpowers, then they don't overpower. You become so slippery, you don't come in the hand of the problems. For the first time, you are ready to deal with them. Now you see how much problem I face. Do you think I am sitting very comfortably, white shawl and this and that? It is not like that. Anybody make little mistake here, and I have to deal with it. How much I have to look at things. Can you imagine? But you will not see me tense. And sometime you will see also. Does not matter. That is what is self-study, self-knowledge, self-observation, how things are happening, how the mind function, what it does, from where it coming. When you clean, again it come. You know, you clean the house and next day again you have to clean. Isn't it? Each day you have to eat breakfast, lunch and dinner, and in the morning you have to go toilet. Why do once only? What is the need to have it again and again? Each time you eat and then you go to toilet. But that is how things are. The pattern will also is a living being. It has its own existence. It also wants to enjoy and survive. You understand? So let him survive. That is what we can do. But people teach how to fight, how to get rid of this and how to become master. This is all bullshit, my dear. And big books, big lectures, how to get rid of your own shit. You are the factory of making shit. If you don't want to go to toilet, stop eating. But one never questions that every day I am eating and every day shitting, what I am doing. I should not do that. Nobody questions that. Everybody questions how I get absolute state very fast. Things are natural. Enjoy. Learn the art how to enjoy. Even enjoy your sadness. If you really come to me in private, I will teach you how to enjoy your unconsciousness. Ho jaye? To me, unconsciousness is also God. I love unconsciousness also. I respect that too. But that I teach only in private. Publicly, even I don't speak. Just now I have not spoken Kamlesh. Yeah.
Yeah, can I share a little problem with you?
Yeah.
I have a very loud voice, I think. Can everybody hear me? No? No? Okay. Let me try so like this. You say sometimes you have to make excuses when you act. When I act, for me, like it feels. And I took her with me in the wave. Then I asked Per, was it too much? You know. Then I said, start doubting. I said, was it too much? And I like to act myself, but he said, "No, you can't do this. You can't do this. You have to make excuse, or you better be polite, better." And then I think, yes, he's Indian, so I'm always checking with others if I didn't hurt feelings, because I mean I'm not so involved in feelings. The feeling part I can disidentify easily with myself, more easily than others. I see, because I had the feeling, the spontaneous idea that is in tune, but then still feelings sometimes are hurt, and I don't understand. So I have to check with others, but it's a bit too complicated, I think, sometimes.
Does not matter. Continue. I am enjoying
I
your.
don't want to.
No, I am enjoying your speech. I should learn also to listen, my dear. I should give you a chance also. No, it's fine. Please speak. We are just take it. No problem. Okay, give it to me. Edo, you can check, no problem. If you are checking with others, no problem. But I was waiting to listen from you. What is the exact question now? Situation I understood, the example you gave. It is good that you gave the example. I can understand more. It is not philosophical. It is actual. It is factual. That is right. But what is the question now? Yeah. Yeah. That's not bad. Yeah. So again, what is the question? Repeat. Why you are laughing? It is not a joke. He is innocently stating his situation. This laughter is unconscious, my dear. That is why I tell you to laugh, that you don't have the habit of unconscious laughter. When I tell you laugh, there is awareness in it. You are not laughing at someone, you are just laughing. But we have the habit to laugh at others. That is totally unconscious. When you hurt others, you don't know what you are doing. Ultimately, you are hurting yourself. Laughing is allowed. But why you are laughing at Edo? Okay, you laugh at me, then I will show you. Pardon? Take it.
Like this. It's a difference with laughter also, You can laugh together with someone, because you recognize something and it's out of compassion, And I also agree with you, what you said before, but, yeah, that was, yeah. Ado is such a sweet guy, so, yeah.
Per Jamin, per will, per next. Vingestam. Good name. My dear beloved, even if you don't agree with me, it is totally fine. I am not here that you should agree with me. It does not mean that you should disagree with me. Agreement and disagreement is coming from our total built-in program. But what I am saying, or sharing with you my experience, there is no need to agree or disagree. Because here, I am not philosophizing something or giving you my own philosophy. We are talking about things which we go through all the time. So, here, disagreement is also welcome. I am not afraid of disagreement. You go to people, and if you don't agree with them, they will throw you out. On the contrary, if you disagree with me, I will keep you near my hut. I'm just opposite person. Bhagwan Das is laughing. He knows. If I have love, I will welcome your disagreement also. And why you disagree? You are disagree because you have certain beliefs. And you don't want to leave them aside. But belief is a belief. Belief can be changed any moment, any time. So one should learn how to be with the truth, not with the belief. But still, I am with Edo. I want to understand what is the problem. Yeah. Now you are more clear. First, now. People are serious. Let me make them light. Okay? You allow me? हो जाए. I give you very simple solution if you can understand. I am unable to tell you what to do and what not to do. Do and don'ts does not work at all. Because each situation is fresh and new and changing all the time. How you can have fixed ideas and fixed beliefs and fixed pattern to deal with what to do and what not to do? I will give you a simple solution, though it is a little dangerous or arduous at least. But if you understand the point, it will help you like anything. The whole West is confused with this doing idea, and there are books and books and books about everything. How to deliver a baby. Babies are delivered since millennia. When there was no science, there is no technology. Now you teach everything. How to feed a child, what to do, what not to do. What a crazy. Let happen everything. Let the act happen. Even to allow this, you need tremendous courage. And it has its own consequences. If you are ready to pay the consequences, to face the consequences, then allow everything. You see a woman and you want to approach. What is the fear? Go and approach. She may like you. She may not like you. She may slap you. When she slaps you, say, thank you. Why not? In this way, and don't conclude anything. Mind will start concluding, this is good, this is bad, one should do this, whether I'm right. Then you ask your friend, what you have done is right or wrong. No need. Just be empty. Again, if it happens, don't hesitate, again go to the next girl. Why not? She may like you, who knows? In this way, without do and don'ts, you will learn all the trick by itself. They will be revealed to you. That is the real way of really moving in that direction. The other ways, be more and more aware. But here comes the real problem, which people don't understand at all. If you become more aware, desire remains there. They cannot be destroyed. Suppose you are practicing state of presence, doing Zazen for 30, 40, 60, 70, 80 days. The desire to meet a woman does vanishes. It is still there. First, you have to become aware. That is for sure. If you have no light in your hand, no torch in your hand, you will fall. But if you have light, you can find the path. Awareness, state of presence, meditation, consciousness is like a light. But then use this light for your life, for your living. You need a woman also sometime. So for that you have to approach a woman. If you try to be celibate, then the women will be moving around in the day, in the night, in your head. What you will do? When you are hungry, you have to eat. When you are thirsty, you have to drink. There is everything. Nothing should be discarded. That is the teaching of Osho, my dear, whether people have understood or not. He accepts lives. He celebrates lives. Who celebrates lives? You tell me anyone who celebrates lives. People are serious, like monk, either killing people or doing zazen, that's all. Seriously, you do anything is wrong. If you are celebrating and doing, then it's different. Now, in celebration, can you kill people? But I tell you, if you are celebrative, light, unserious, if you kill people, no problem. You will go to heaven without my certificate. Ho jaye. Certificate I don't give. When I know you are enlightened, I will keep quiet. That's all. Now there are people, you want certificate of that kind? There are people who give certificate. I am amazed. Allow yourself to learn through happenings. Let things happen. You cannot control your energies because your energies are more powerful than you. Ego is very weak, impotent. It pretends that it has power, but it has no power. When you see a woman, when you go to her, you don't know. Even if you start staring and you don't know that you are staring, because the whole energy channelized there. By living sanely, allowing yourself, everything will become normal. When things are normal, then it is easy to meditate and to be aware. And then that awareness has some meaning also. So don't be divided. Society, education, Western culture, even Eastern culture also, divides a person like anything. Because it is in the favor of the society to divide a person, to keep in conflict so that he can be dominated, he can be used for their own status quo. So, enough for today. Last one. A good one. हो जाए जी.